It's the same thing when you see people starving in Africa, and you hear children and women being raped in war. It could be any horrific situation that you hear of. There is no justification for letting such things happen among us. At the end of 2008, a self-proclaimed Illuminati insider who called himself Hidden Hand started a cult-like following on the internet. He showed up on the above top-secret forum and answered questions from the members. Very few people have doubted his authenticity. I collected this entire interview and posted it on my Illuminati news website. Hidden Hand was very slick. He and his likes not sure about gender, but used male here for simplicity must have felt threatened by the awakening, and thought that people may turn against them. Because he justified his own extremely evil deeds, and those of his kind, with saying that they had sacrificed themselves for us to become our catalysts. They had arrived in the past from a much higher dimension and descended here to do as much evil deeds as necessary to wake mankind up. By doing so, he said, they have created their own karma, and soon have to experience the other side of them coin, when it's their turn to be extremely suppressed. Hidden Hand also referred us to the raw material, which he suggested that we read for a fuller understanding. The raw material is talking about negative and positive densities and service to self versus service to others. Hidden Hand referred to himself as coming from a higher positive density, but decided to come back here and switch to a negative density in order to become our catalysts. So he is thus doing ultimate service to others by being ultimate service to self SDS. According to himself, he won many sympathizers, and people started thinking of the global elite and all the evil they do as something good, because it enhances our own development. How? Because by doing this amount of evil, it helps us seeing that something is wrong, and we can more easily wake up and evolve. As a matter of fact, Hidden Hand said that without people like him, we would continue living in our slumber and never evolve. We would be slaves forever. This rang true to a lot of people. Now it is time to debunk what Hidden Hand was teaching us. Being extremely clever, he was very well prepared. By saying what he was saying, those who were the worst threats to the Syrians once again would agree with them and their actions, twisted and turned, of course. But it worked. However, the reason it worked was because under current circumstances there is truth in this, which he could use to twist into his favor and fool us once again. Here is the plain truth. If the Syrians hadn't trapped us in the beginning and exposed us to all this evil that they have no problems manifesting, we wouldn't have needed any catalysts at all. The reason we need catalysts now is because they are still keeping us trapped and manipulated, and continue treating us like slaves and guinea pigs. If they instead leave our planets and don't return, until they have evolved spiritually, and we let them, we won't need them as evil catalysts. This, dear reader, is the naked truth, and this is what they hid from us in the Hidden Hand interview. So don't fall for their manipulative agenda to get the sheep back into the fold again, which they managed to do pretty well back in 2008. Now, when you know the truth about the Syrian overlords, you can more easily see how people like Hidden Hand deceive us. I fell for it, too, for a while. In summary, there is no reason why we humans should justify any of the evil the Syrian overlords manifests here among us. And there is no reason why we should accept the evil some of the humans do to others. Evil is evil, and it is degraded and misuse of energy. Therefore, ultimate love is to understand this and point it out where we see it, in order to get mankind on track. It is also our hope that in the future, those who now refuse to look at their own horrible behavior will come to their senses and get affected by the divine energies of ultimate love and light the rest of us are working with. In the end, we want a universe where ultimate love is the norm, and all star races have the knowledge necessary to apply this wisdom to self and others.